Welcome to Cambridge House Live. I'm Vanessa Collette at the World Resource Investment Conference. Joining me today is Ryan Sharp, President and CEO of Cauldron Silver. Welcome, Ryan. Great to have you here with us.
Thanks, Vanessa. Glad to be here.
Ryan, you have a mine in BC. A couple of weeks ago, voters elected to keep the Liberal Party in an upset. Were you surprised by the results?
I was very surprised by the results. I wasn't really following the election that closely because as a producing mine, we probably wouldn't have been affected by the results because we have over 100 people employed in BC, but it was a big surprise to everyone.
How does having the Liberals in power for another 4 years affect a mine like Cauldron?
I'd like to congratulate the Liberals on their win, but I don't think it would truly have an effect on our mine because we are in production. BC, despite the international perception, is a very mining-friendly jurisdiction. And there's a long history of mining here, so I think that'll continue going forward regardless of who is in power.
A lot of companies in this sector are in survival mode right now. How does Cauldron survive this period?
Well, we're a producing mine, so one thing we're going to continue to do is add shareholder value. We're in one of the longest bear markets in mining history, and I think that'll come to an end, and I think it'll come to an abrupt end. So as long as we keep adding shareholder value, we'll be rewarded in the market.
The silver price has been on everyone's mind lately and with the pullback. What's your view on silver's fundamentals?
On the fundamental side, silver is a heavily consumed metal. Unlike gold as another precious metal, there isn't a large stockpile, a big overhang in the market. Silver has about 600 million ounces in the ETF and not much else for a supply. So as long as the demand stays there, there isn't an elephant in the room that's going to settle the price down very heavily.
Does the sector's current risk-averse climate create opportunities for a company like Cauldron?
Yeah, there's lots of opportunities out in the market. Our main focus right now is dealing with the two projects we already have. But I can't say that opportunities don't present themselves on a daily basis.
Now, Cauldron achieved a major milestone in the first quarter of this year by achieving commercial production. A lot of companies in the sector have struggled to get to that point. What was your strategy?
Our strategy from the time I joined the company 3 years ago was strictly to take the mine into production. We did this without following some of the traditional steps of a PEA and a feasibility study. We just basically were focused on our internal models, on taking the mine to production. It's how underground mining has been done for hundreds of years. You continue to mine and add resources as you go.
And can you give us an overview of current production?
Yeah, we just put out some guidance today where our goal starting in July when we hit full production at the mill would be to produce 1.4 million ounces of silver, 5 million pounds of lead, and 4 million pounds of zinc on an annualized basis.
You just recently released some drilling results, which I think takes you about halfway through your drilling program. Did you get the results that you were expecting?
Yeah, we've only released results on 5 holes out of approximately just under 60. The first holes we released were better than we expected. They were in an area that had never been previously drilled, and we did receive some significant results. I think we finished 28 holes to date. So we have 23 holes of assays still to come out to the market, plus the other 20 plus we're going to be drilling.
How does Cauldron set itself apart from its peers in the sector?
We set ourselves apart from our peers, one being a small producing mine right now. The other thing is we have a fully integrated structure. A lot of companies, when they start out, will hire contract miners, consultants for all parts of their operation. In-house, we have mining capabilities, geological capabilities, milling capabilities, and construction capabilities. So being an integrated miner helps keep the costs down, and it's very unique for a smaller company.
As we discussed earlier, assets in the sector have been becoming increasingly valuable while becoming less and less expensive at the same time. Is Cauldron looking at acquisitions?
We're always looking at acquisitions, but right now we're focused on the two projects we have, one being the silver mine, and we also have a large copper asset at the mill property.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the copper asset?
Yeah, we bought an off-site mill property, the former Craigmont Mines, about 75 minutes away from the actual silver mine. It came as a fully permitted facility where we've constructed a brand new mill on. It also came with about 9,000 hectares of exploration property because it was a former copper producer, and a lot of that property has never been explored.
What should investors look for next from Cauldron?
I think increased production, exploration results, and corporate developments. We have a pretty bright future going forward, so I'm pretty excited myself.
That's great. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to having you back again soon.
Thanks, Vanessa.